appointment letter itself drafted may not have been intended or altered. That may account for what people posted on social media to draw criticisms against the person in question was not sworn in, and that's the focus point. He was not sworn in, and she's not on the board. They found her replacement, and the person is here to be sworn in as a board member. I don't think it's a failure in and of itself on the part of the administration or the government.
Okay,
it's a failure on the systems. How sure are we that? Yes, how sure are we that even the last MPP's administration, they didn't appoint people who were not duly qualified? You see, this government, Mohammed's government, is a government that cherishes transparency. Everything that we do, we bring it to the streamlight for people to see. I can boldly tell you that over 40% of Ekufado's appointees weren't brought to the streamlight for people to assess their credibility or their competence.
Are you saying this
level.
Out of being a party fanatic?
No, I'm saying
you are saying this for a fact.
I'm saying it is based on facts.
It has happened before, so we know that it can happen. But what did you do in the quest of appointing somebody?
Okay.
Now, if we ask whoever was in charge of the appointment that, okay, what processes that you went through for us to get to this point, I think we need that explanation. At least if we get that, then we will say that, okay, your approach was wrong. Next time, do it like this or do it like that. America of all places, been made of AAB.
I see.
Any probably AAB. And you know, a honor na member say yes. Ebinuma yebia, edu baby a edin se obi hu. My own popular man, Froster Atamensa. Nobel Prize winner, physics and robotics. I don't do so all but now national television so. MIA interview ni say why robot with me the num coffee.
Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.
Welcome to Pop and Politics, aka PNP. As this situation anti and Bracer, yeah.
Some people are not happy.
Yeah.
I've seen some comments saying that we have to do more.
Oh, really?
That comment. I don't know if you have seen it.
The person said what?
Yeah, from our last episode. Yeah. I think they are saying that we are not doing much.
Oh,
yeah, I want to do exact quote. I mean,
I say yeah, more.
Yeah, more.
No, nema koso.
Yeah, nema koso.
And then become me away.
Into almost person motinsem.
And no, nema koso. I'm away. I think that's Sammy Flex TV. I tie late when I'm be I mean, you can start to just brother. Me why is it that sometimes when I want some stories, you keep long.
Oh, Charlie.
I'm 1,000. But Yaba.
Please. You guys are not doing justice to the Pop and Politics show. Try and do it better. That was the comment. Okay. So it could be that he is not happy with what you are saying, or we are not doing it the way that he
so in two folds.
Yeah.
Because one specific
ambiguous.
Indeed, he was talking about.
Well,
yati ase say yes na say no. Ni na yati. Ya better na yatimi adi ho nkomo. Na se see idea asatena sibiem. Ensem bebre na ekoso. And there be betimi breaking na baako amamo atiase a. On PNP Pop and Politics, Chemo is my sidekick, and of course, and then so your special guest about Bekan on only Dini Santa Aquaise Basintali.
Mariano Basintali, my boss until from Basintali Junior.
Hey, I said Alpha Basintali Junior, aka Baleto. To him, that is the name, but I will can say Basintali be Baleto. It is like that. Of course, he is a member of 10, right?
Yeah, yes.
He's a member of 10, an executive member, so you can call him Honorable Balletto, and it is confirmed. Producers Theophilus Digosh Desert and Sam Tuga are also around to make sure everything goes the way it should go. Now, and Samakoso, 3 of them we want to touch on in this edition. One, the issue with Dr. Ansali. The fact that Ghana Bia nim say Ababa will be adada NDC for penny-for. Adada, even John Mahama, President John Dramani Mahama. Asan dada, omo ya appointment, hon komunina, omi ni adada. That story no. How far so far? Sesi idea oko abontia, abia ba akọ abontia say, you say NDC. As a man for mom pressure. Say and as a more person mo cheche chairman for rough sir. Mo cheche chairman for rough sir. Intene NPP for minority in parliament. Oma TSC dream. Our videos now bontia be more tete forms eh. Mo nyai won to me ni ama mo krokro mu na mo be hu de ekoso okromo a. And also e be di hu nkomo. And there's another one. I mentioned Sana. Ma starting common papa because come we you be canning nance and
minority stage walkout in parliament.
Okay, the minority stage walkout near different. And the arrest of chairman won't to mean so no a young common so that house areas way and let me perceive sure. But my many honorable Balletto start to say, how are you guys handling this doctor ni fake information or their comma and 24 hours my laughing stock be? How are you guys dealing with it?
Okay, so thank you very much to you, boss, and also thank you very much for our viewers for always making time.
Oh, let me also say this. Many people loved your submission in the first episode.
Oh, okay,
yeah, thank you. Commentaries were so positive about your submission.
Okay. That you relax.
Tell me NDC for
Oh, obviously. Sisi an kura ni say MPP for no be bring na mu join you know convoy no. Yeah, pushing Ghana.
Vibe. Okay, you too, Balletto.
Yeah, so as I was saying, thank you very much for always making time to tune in to watch us and also to follow us, to give us the motivation to always do more. Good. And we promise you to double up and give you more. You understand? So the issue of Dr. Sarali, or I didn't know her more until this issue popped out.
Okay. Yes.
And first and foremost, what I would like to say is that, you see, when it comes to public appointments, there are many tangents that are considered in doing appointment. Okay. Understand? So sometimes the president may not be involved at all because we have an appointment committee that channel all this. So the president's own is to maybe go through the final thing and give the nomination or the appointment. Okay. And then the due process will be followed. And so all these comes, let me say, they are inevitable, but it is something that was not, let me see, presided over like in an unwatched manner. Yes, if you see this kind of things, these fraudulent acts have been happening for over the years. But for you to be able to dive into people's competence and people's credibility or qualification to give them not only appointments, to even award schemes and all that, we've seen that a lot of people can do fake CVs, fake award, or let's say fake records to be able to apply or submit for this kind of positions and stuff. Okay. And see, moving forward, I think this shouldn't be treated as NDC flopping or Domame's administration.
Why do you think this should not be treated as that? Because it is under your watch that this is happening.
Yes. So the reason I'm saying this is that we've been here in this country where people, let me shift a bit to the entertainment sector, where this man, Dr. UN, who was considered as like the entertainment guru, was able to organize a whole awarding scheme to award popular our so cherished artists and invite them and give them water bottles. You see, this is an indictment on our systems. So I don't think it's a failure in and of itself on the part of the administration or the government.
Okay.
It's a failure on the systems. How sure
the government is
are we that? Yes, how sure are we that even the last MPP's administration, they didn't appoint people who were not duly qualified? You see, this government, Mohammed's government, is a government that cherishes transparency. Everything that we do, we bring it to the streamlight for people to see. I can boldly tell you that over 40% of Ekufado's appointees weren't brought to the streamlight for people to assess their credibility or
are you
competence.
Saying this
level.
Out of being a party fanatic?
No, I'm saying
you are saying this for a fact.
I'm saying it this based on facts and based on evidence.
Is there one that you can prove that this particular one maybe something went south like it has happened to Dr. Ansali?
For the benefit of
doubts.
Let's say doubts or not doubt, for the benefit of let's say legalities and all that.
Okay,
I wouldn't like to measure myself in certain. But I could tell you that there were appointees who were holding offices but weren't working. They bear the names as government appointees under the administration, last Ekufado's administration, but they weren't working. They were receiving salaries and they were receiving allowances.
So in short, what you want to say is that any big deal.
It's not a big deal that we are just appointing a wrong person, and secondly, we were able to go back to the records and find out that if yes indeed you are not qualified,
it's not
the records. You guys, it's not the appointment committee that did that justice.
You see,
thanks to people like what's his name, Okatakyie, Afrifa, and co.
You see that the reason why Okatakyie and the likes will have interest in certain things like this is because the person in question we are discussing about is a public figure. You understand? It's a person who is all over the media. People who have issues with her, and so there are certain things about her that cannot be hidden under the carpet for a long time. This has facilitated the process. If it was a different person or a person who is not that, let's say, so popular in the system that we've appointed, and all these lacks or all these, let's say, ambiguities are associated with
discrepancies.
We wouldn't have been able to rectify it. The person would have gone through the system and be on the list as a government appointee and would be working and receiving funds and salaries and receiving pay and even exemptions. You understand? So the whole fact, the reason why this came out is that I let the person in question, the Ali lady, is having a lot of banters with people. So if you're having banters with people and you are now coming to the political stream to be a government appointee, people will have interest to go down and dig deep into your issues and make sure that they work it against you, and that's what happened.
So you think these are people's machinations against
this is a machinery, this is a deliberate attempt to work against her new feet that she has acquired. And yes, it is working against her.
But it's fake. So
if you were right, nobody can work against you
in this sense.
Yes. So now the whole issue is that now the government appointment committee has come to the realization that these kind of things are bound to happen. So now, moving forward, we are going to be keen in this kind of processes. When some things like this happen, me personally, I don't take it as things that we have to be playing political drums about it. There are things that are supposed to bring our attention to certain things. How transparent and how fair and how reliable are our systems in some of these things that we are doing. You understand? And so from the Ministry of Health, from the letter issue or from a letterhead, they have clarified the issue that the lady has not been sworn in, as people are alleging.
Oh, that one there we know. We have seen her revocation.
Yes, and we have seen a letter that her name was
there.
So you can't talk about.
So the issue is that her name may be in the letter because see,
in fact, her name comes before
some people.
This is understandable.
Yes.
See, the appointment was issued on May 13th, and the allegations were raised somewhere 19th. You understand?
You mean May 13th?
Yes.
Okay.
And the allegations
came out.
Yes, came out around somewhere 19th May.
And that is 6 days.
That is 6 days. This short, quite a short period of time to make certain changes. So the appointment letter itself drafted may not have been tendered or altered. That may account for what people posted on social media to draw criticisms against the person in question was not sworn in, and that's the focus point. He was not sworn in, and she's not on the board. They found her replacement, and the person is yet to be sworn in as a board member.
Well, obviously, man like Honorable, the name again is
Baleto.
I'll say me job Basintali. My man.
Basintali.
Yes, Baleto will surely do his work as an NDC person. So let's listen to another point of view from Intimdo Solomon Chemo. But even before Chemo comes in, I also think that you see there are some things that is here, and say the pampo etchen. Or some banner be patio straight. Or bit said Kevin Taylor. It is Marisa Assembly, anka as early as possible. But because Ghana for way there, naka yegna a penny. But a beat you you are human. Somebody can beat you. Because say you share near my a course so even or no friend is saying Kevin Taylor put the position out of fire, including all threatening. Suing some people way against that lady and her face now. Now it comes out clearly. So her credentials were really fake. Me as I withdrawn it there. I also can say we man can hear cry my Afrifa the kind be. Man can hear cry the doctor answer every day. Every money free unqualified money free.
Every day or can you
collaborator. No, but still, whatever be the case, come out. You gain credibility.
Yes, of course.
You gain credibility. As a matter of fact, when you admit some things,
okay, this one I got it wrong.
Next time now can be this already or call wrong you getting it?
Yeah.
Well, Chemo,
for me, I think the people are having fun with it, and this serious thing, I think. Honorable Baleto is not doing justice to it, but we know where he belongs, so we will take it like that. The thing is, I mean, a lot of people, if you give them the chance, they will do whatever that they like to do background checks before you give appointment or any other thing. So for me, I will not say let's crucify them because they did this appointment, but we cannot just ignore it. Because it's a TICC or EBSC that so let's take it like that. No, we can't take it like that. I think going forward they should be doing background checks. They should be making sure that people will not present fake things just to get positions that they don't deserve. It has happened before many times, even in Ghana here and outside Ghana. We know that people do that, but always we do our best to make sure that it won't happen. Yes. Because even in I think Ghana here snitch. The guy entered snitch in I think 2015. But later 2017, they found out that he was the head of IT snitch, Dr. Afaglu. Later they find out that the certificate in here. I'm on Musa. Or no, or why Juma since 2015. Why Juma na kwesi say or apply for position bina certificate the be see am ko say am pass or certificate na. Him yes. The point I'm making with it is it has happened before. So we know that it can happen, but what did you do in the quest of appointing somebody?
Okay.
Now, if we ask whoever was in charge of the appointment that, okay, what processes that you went through for us to get to this point, I think we need that explanation. At least, if we get that, then we will say that, okay, your approach was wrong. Next time, do it like this or do it like that. But I mean, as a board member of an important institution like National Health Insurance Scheme, we don't need fake people to run it.
Never.
Because insurance scheme na asemu.
Yes.
Na de So for me, I think it's a serious issue that we have to get solution to it. At least we have to do something to prevent it. We should be proactive. So I won't dismiss it like that, but people will have fun with it. People will have political angles and all those things. I've even seen a very interesting cartoon.
Twist.
Yes, a very interesting one, and the caption is "For October board." Board. So a board member.
Yeah.
For October board, and I think that's the comic aspect of things. I mean, people will have fun with it. But going forward, I think we should be serious about this. It does not happen only in Ghana. I mean, people faking certificate to get certain position that they don't deserve there. Okatakyie mention Bibri and or people who are acting as if they are something that they are not.
They are not.
We have a lot of them. I mean, for those who are watching us, they can Google Benny Madoff. I mean, he made a lot of money, billions of money as an investment expert. Meanwhile, he was not doing any investment for anybody. Before you get into his investment scheme, you have to know somebody to recommend you. Meanwhile, you fake. And to say all the usika say all investment, it's like this all panacho. And so I do usika so invest. Meanwhile, he wasn't putting it in any investment or no fake numbers. Na I'm not report the abetire na sikane ba o di sikasa or America of all places Benny Madoff AEB enipa bebre ayebi enu di no ho no na me meka say yes ebinum ayebi a edu ba bia edin se obi hu my own popular man Froster Atamensa Nobel Prize winner physics and robotics. I don't do so or but now national television so MIA interview ni say why robot with me the num coffee. So some of these things will happen, but I think our leaders, those who are in charge of things, should be careful. So that it will not be many, and again it will not be damaging at the time that you will find out. That's what I would say. But I won't just dismiss it like the way Honorable Baleto wants to dismiss it.
But I was clear. I didn't just dismiss it.
You are
trying to, yes, you are trying to say it's not a big deal.
Like you said,
because you think it will go against anything.
Whenever things like this happen, I don't see it as something that we should be drumming about it politically.
No, we should.
It should serve as a lesson for us to plan ahead, to think outside the box. How can we bridge these gaps? I mentioned that here.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I am not.
But the political angle is really, really important. So that the politician will be on their toes, not to make such mistakes. That's why, for me, I think we shouldn't take it lightly like that. It is okay for NDC now because we are not in political season like that. I mean, we are far from that time. If let's say this is closer to politics, like a year to political elections or something like that, this would definitely go against NDC.
It would have affected them.
Yes. Meanwhile, it has happened before. Meanwhile, like you said, within the MPP, if you go deeper, you may get one or two people like that. But the thing is, if we put politicians on their toes, they will make sure that they don't get to this position because it can cost you politically. So for me, it's not something that I think we should dismiss it. But yes, I agree that those who are in charge should learn from this so that it will not happen again. But this is a serious issue. I mean, fraud there.
Balito, has Kevin Taylor said anything about this so far?
Okay, so currently, I've not got any development from Kevin Taylor himself. I can't speak for him.
Yeah.
Maybe he's preparing to come and deliver to the public again.
He's firing his own. He's firing one to me. One to me is a target so far.
Yes.
He's firing to me. Don't small.
Sometimes, apart from collective political beliefs or ideology, people have their personal interest in particular matters. So I can't definitely speak for Kevin Taylor.
Yeah. It is highly unfortunate that this will happen at this time. In fact, NDC is trying their best to avoid all the errors, but as humans as they are, the errors keep coming. Like, and I'm sure some of these things will tell Muhammad that, hey, Mama, because I know in his case, Onyanka, all these things are usually avoided. Onyanka, me just or TV because shit.
We are resetting.
Yeah, that's what we are saying.
We are resetting.
But you we are see because you are the to Sammy JV. And this is what shit. Now another one. Shit. I said shit.
Mentioning that, I would like to make a point. You see, one thing, the most interesting thing about government is that you can't be perfect.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
But the most important thing is that when you go wrong, you should be honest enough to admit that what you've done is wrong and correct
exactly
it.
What we are saying.
And that is what NDC is.
Yeah.
You anytime.
I think that another. Let's give it to
so far so good. Yes.
That letter
to
revoke the lady's appointment.
Yeah. So
I think that was so quick.
Yeah.
For that.
Yes.
Yeah. So when Kofobi and Gombe Daly as and fine who on betting graph but the moment the issues came now, all them letter by revoke the appointment. I think that one day they have to be commended for it. I think it is a good thing they did. Say, Oma may know is okay. Oma song kwasi so. Where Jimmy and that's what it means. Well, this has been P&P, Pop and Politics.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Check it. Check it. Push sugar level for check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.